All right, so we're just waiting for Sharky upon now. This was a major clusterfuck, but listen, we're just trying to figure this out. Just trying to get this how to do this. But it seems like I think we have it figured out. I hope we have it figured out. But like I said, we're kind of new to this. This is only our third episode, so hopefully this will be working now. Clusterfuck. All right, hold on.
Can I just say that clock in your shop?
What happened?
It's the sound of the clock in the background of your shop.
Hey, we're all here. All right. All right. All right. All right. We're doing this. Okay. This was the problem.
The puppet.
The puppet? Is that what you're gonna do? You're gonna do the whole interview as a puppet? So
Okay. Well,
you said you wanted to entertain people.
We have to say, just for our listeners, we just want you to know that Pon is speaking with a puppet right now, which may or may not come in and out of this interview, which I'm totally okay with. Well, fuck it. Let's do these intros again for the listeners and the people who are watching it right now live. My name is Sharky. The guy up top is Rich Fi. This is Welcome to the Back Room. Real tattoo talk, real tattooers, no bullshit. And we've got today our guest, the one, the only, Pon Demand, and Pon Demand Puppet.
What's going on, everyone?
I'm happy now.
Yeah. Yeah, I see you got the glass of wine. That looked a lot fuller earlier.
yeah.
As soon as we had those two fuck ups, I was like, glug, 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 glug.
Now, just to, if anybody's ever trying to do this in the future, for some reason, if you don't name the live, you have to name the live, and if you name, I Googled it real quick. If you name the live, it becomes a live room, and then you could have up to 4 people. If I'm just doing a live regular, I can only have 1 guest because it's not a room.
Oh.
I'm
weird.
So happy that you figured that out. I would have never figured that out.
Yeah,
my favorite part is when you have a problem like that. People are like, well, how do we do it? It's like, it's called fucking Google. It took you 3 seconds to fuck. I love when people ask me a question like, just fucking Google it. What's going on?
Where's your shop located? And it's like, what the fuck?
I am kind of bummed though. You can't just have like useless long ass arguments anymore. You know what I mean? Like you used to be able to have like an argument about like what fucking Gary Carter, like, Gary Carter hit 300 in 1986. I remember. You know what I mean?
Rich, the worst part is when we still have those conversations. They take like an hour. It's like, who's gonna fucking Google this already?
Yeah, you're all trying to see who's gonna hold out the fucking longest and not be a nerd.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Well, Pon, we are so happy to have you here. It is so good seeing you. It's been a while since I've seen you, and you look fucking great.
Nah, I appreciate it.
You have touched the stars.
No,
you ascended, you touched the stars, you came back. I want to know all about it. I'm telling you right now, a lot of my questions are going to be fully centered on that. But first and foremost, we like to ask all our guests the same first question. And that is, what does traditional tattooing mean to you?
So I get that question actually a lot. When I know Rich can attest to this. Whenever like you see someone who like does a traditional tattoo, and like then they'll spew all these things about rules and everything like that. I always say that a traditional tattoo has a feeling. Like you could use every rule in the book. Like, you know, there's the 3 color rule. Like, don't put white in it. I tell you, sometimes I'll put white in the tattoo and it looks more traditional than like the guy next door. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about the life that you give a tattoo and the feeling. My biggest thing is solid single pass outlines, solid black, solid color. You know, those three things. But I feel like traditional tattooing could be added to not just the American traditional tattooing, but like you could do like a portrait and like use traditional aspects. So I think the main thing, sorry for my long-winded thing, is that just fundamentals.
Yeah, I
Fundamentals is
agree.
the
Though.
most
I
important.
agree. I
Yeah,
definitely
I
agree.
agree full on. You know, I see, you know, fine line black and gray tattoos and I'm like, that's a traditional tattoo. You know what I mean? So it almost doesn't have to do exactly with those fundamentals as well. It's just like you said, the vibe that it gives off.
Well, I also think that there's like three cornerstones. I mean, there's probably more than that, but like the three things is like traditional American tattoo and traditional Japanese tattoo and fine line black and gray. Like I guess tribal, so I guess there's four. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's if it fits into one of those boxes.
I just feel like it feels true to what it is. Like you could tell when someone who doesn't do traditional does a traditional tattoo.
Every time. Every time.
Yeah, what the
Like it's
fuck?
like okay, they obviously use like a 7-liner and doubled up the line. I hate watching like those double bolded lines and everything like that. You could tell when a traditional tattooer, like an American traditional guy, does a Japanese tattoo. You're like, well, obviously they're American traditional guy and they're doing Japanese. You know, even though
Yeah.
like they skirt around the same thing, you could always tell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. Especially when people ask me to do anything that's near Japanese, it's like you're gonna get the fat kid from Queens version of a Japanese tattoo. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
You
we're
know,
the
I know
same.
that.
But you know,
Yeah.
like it's not.
I
I
won't
don't know
even
the
do it
rules.
anymore.
I'm just doing my thing. You know.
Yeah, you know what's funny is that and I think that if you want to go subcategory, you could even be like, I think New York traditional is a different category than like American traditional. Like, you know, like how
100%.
New York always has to do everything better. We have the biggest rats, we have the biggest this, you know. But I feel like we also have like our own style of traditional. Like it's just a different feeling altogether.
Yeah, I would
It's a
take it a
little.
step further and say that New York City traditional is traditional. Like I would say that's where it starts, and then everything under it is kind of like a rip off of it. But reality is like any port city is traditional. So it's shit that comes out of New York, San Francisco, Florida, Hawaii, like that's the hardest looking traditional. And then it filters into the Midwestern places, and then you get these, you know, these kids in the cornfields who do like the nicest looking traditional tattoos you've ever seen.
But they're too pretty. Don't you feel like sometimes they like I'm like looking
Yeah,
for
they
that
need a
one
rough
flaw?
edge.
No,
Yeah,
They
I
need a
like
rough
them to be
edge.
pretty. I strive for that. I'm like, I want it
well,
to look kind of shiny a little bit. I
Yeah, I
like
want
that.
them to sit there look. I mean, but I think everybody's personality comes out in their tattoos. You know what I mean?
absolutely.
Like you know, I mean, three of us are the perfect example. You know what I mean? Like
Oh yeah.
all our personalities certainly come out in our tattoos, and I think that's the people that do the best tattoos are the people that like you could see even if like all three of us do the this tattoo or something like that, like the Jonesy Chrysler or something like that. All three of us would do it in our own. You know, we'd all have the fundamentals, but they'd all have its a, a vibe to it that you could say like, oh, this
It
person
would have
feels.
its own personality. And I
Yeah,
think that's one thing you get from New York tattooing is that each one of us puts on our own personality. Where you'll see like someone do like a diesel snake, 100 different diesel snakes and look identical, and it almost looks boring. It's like it's not the same. It's not a different person. Where we'll do the same tattoo and it'll just like be right next to each other and do two different tattoos altogether. You know.
for sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%.
So, Pon, take us back. Take us back to the beginning. How did you get broken in to
Well, I was
tattoo?
born a poor black boy.
I
Well, that's the joke.
heard.
that
I
was.
heard.
I love that movie. No.
That's a good movie.
It is.
It's funny because me and Rich, our like careers have always been like along the same lines. I started in 1999. I was trying to get an apprenticeship right out of high school, and I couldn't find anyone to teach me. So I remember I ordered a kit out of the back of one of the tattoo magazines from Superior Tattoo Company, and where were they? New Mexico or something like that.
Which place?
Superior. Remember they had the advertisements in
Yeah,
every
I
tattoo
remember. I
magazine.
remember. I don't remember where they're from, but yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
So
That
I had approached this guy John Gallo like numerous times. He was a Queens guy, and he kept turning me down. I went to Kevin from Fat Cat. Kevin turned me down a whole bunch, and so I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna teach myself," like every arrogant little kid does. And I remember I did this Simpson alien on my cousin's leg, and he like 2 days later he went and got that tattoo from Gallo, and Gallo saw the tattoo on his leg, and he goes, "Who did that?" And he goes, "My cousin Pon." He goes, "Fat kid." I was like, he goes, "Yeah, yeah, fine." He goes, "Tell him to show up Monday. He starts working here." And it turns out like it was easier for him to teach me how to tattoo than have like like what do they call that? Like competition in the neighborhood. Like
Competition, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That, and if you think about it, you think back even to Tony Polito days, like you think about like all these guys, no one really had apprenticeships. I feel like the word apprentice is kind of like newer. I feel like people just taught people like just to keep them close, you know?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the apprenticeship in the way that it's now. I don't know about outside of New York, but inside where we're from, I feel like that didn't really exist. The quote unquote apprenticeship you see, like you hear about on you know, in that people talk about all the time. It seems like it was more like almost like initiation into how they initiate people into like crews, kind of where it's like you're kind of like a hang around, and you know what I mean, and then you step up to like, you know, maybe they teach you a few things, and you know you run to the store a lot. I mean, I didn't pay for my apprenticeship, but I paid for my apprenticeship in like eggplant sandwiches. You know what I mean? I just came there every day, like with chicken cutlet parmesan and you know all the shit from South
Walk
Queens.
to the gas station in a day and get cigarettes.
I
Yeah,
mean, I think where our generation, Rich, you know, and Sharky, yeah, you're Sharky. I consider like you came in. What year did you start tattooing?
Whatever this year minus 11 is.
So you're like, I feel like a decade after us, Rich, was like when that was like the last of our generation. Like I still consider Sharky like she's like the younger part of our generation. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, I
yeah.
feel
now,
like I'm the last of it. I'm not teaching anybody, so there's no one behind me. I feel like it ends in that early
It's the
2000s.
tail end of the street shop.
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, you're in the tail end of the street shop. You know, tattooer.
And I've done my best to like you know I try to keep true to my street shop like mentality, but at the same time I try to evolve. I try not to get stuck and stagnant. You know, like I get jealous of you guys because you're around tattooers all the time. Like I have my private studio now, and like you know it just you know I get so lonely. That's why I started going work at Soho Inc. You know, like just to be around other tattooers and just like I always feel like I want to learn. I never want to be stuck, you know?
Right.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that we're all kind of dealing with that dichotomy because that street shop rough and tough shit that we all went through, we can't get rid of that, and that's always going to be a cue for our behavior. But we can't stay that way, otherwise we'll never make money. It just can't exist. So you have to kind of start booking appointments and be kind of open to all this change and different ways of doing your tattoos. You're tattooing, you know, nice old ladies. You know what I mean? They don't want to hear the dick jokes, and we have so many of them, but you got to just but dial it back. But again, it's hard. I hear exactly what you're saying, Pon. It's fucking
And
hard.
I think really, I think that what you're talking about with private studios and appointment-based tattooing, I think that's the future, and that's where tattooing was heading. But I also think that COVID accelerated it.
Oh,
Big time.
You know, like COVID was just like, all right, well, you know, like you kind of guys were kind of like, you know, dicking around with the idea of being appointment only. Like, you got to be appointment only now. You know what I mean?
I had to do something the other day that I felt sick to my stomach doing. And like, I never thought I would have to do it, but I had to shut my appointment book because I'm booked up till July now. And I'm embarrassed that I have to say that, but I'm booked up till July.
Pon, I am right there with you. And it is scary. And I'm not closing the book. I don't want to do it. I don't want to say it. But like, I'm shooing people away. Like,
Well,
I'm saying, you know, you should go to this other person. You should do this right now. But in my head, I'm like, I'm swimming in this shit, and I don't know how to handle it at all.
I had to do it only because I have a family. And like, I feel like disgusting being like in July. Like, what if I want to go away with my family and I have to tell someone who booked in April in July that now you have to wait till September? Like, how do you do that? So I think I'm gonna go month by month basis, like Joe Capobianco does, and like just like see what Not that I'm Joe Capobianco, but you know what I'm saying. Like
It's so funny that you mentioned that though, because when I met you, I was like, this fucking guy's like Joe Capobianco. That was the first thought I had when I met you. I was like so starstruck. I was like, I was like, this guy does crazy
I was as
stuff.
big as Joe Capobianco, that was for sure.
Oh my god! Shut
It's
up.
not. I only book 2 weeks in advance on purpose.
Oh, what, Rich? Are you serious?
That's it. I want anything more than 2 weeks. I don't do it.
And what do you do with the people? Like, you tell them to come back in 2 weeks to book, or like, what do you just?
Well, if they hit me up and I'm like, I only book 2 weeks in advance. Like, hit me up next week, and I should be able to get you in the week after. And I also only book 3 appointments a day, and I don't have a family, so it's just me and my wife. So my wife is very understanding of that, how much I work. So then I'll just have like after hours. You know what I mean? When it's like a friendly face, I'll tattoo them. After hours, and then I'll come in. At 11 o'clock in the morning to tattoo people. Like, I just try to cram it all into 2 weeks and just kind of keep pressing it all into 2 weeks. And then the next week comes and I just try to press it into that next, you know what I mean? Like, 'cause I worked a corporate job before tattooing, and I was chained to a desk, and I never want to do it again. So it's like a conscious effort that, like, I don't know what I'm doing 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I unfortunately had the problem, like, where I still work for New York Sanitation. And so like that whole staying late and cramming before, man, like that had died for me 10 years ago, and it actually makes me really sad. Like, like just tattooing my boys after hours. Like, now my friends are like coming in during work hours and stuff like that, because I have to be up at 4 o'clock in the morning, for the sanitation. So
Right.
Yeah, I just plan my trips. Like when I go out on a trip, I usually disappear for 2 months.
oh,
So
I've seen it.
I put those 2-month blocks in the yearly calendar, and then I just book around it. So I'll book up to July, and then boop, all of a sudden it's October. And then I'll book through January, and then boop, I have to skip it like that. So I still have a little spontaneity, but like, I mean, my homies will be like, hey, let's go hang out. I'm like right now. So yeah.
I don't mind disappointing my friends. It's my family that I mind,
You got babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got kids.
I got dogs. They don't know what time of day it is. I don't even know.
All I know is I don't travel nowhere. But I was with my guy Randy last night at the bar. I don't know if Randy's still in the room. He was in 3 rooms ago before we started canceling it. And me and Randy, if Randy's in here, me and Randy made a pact last night, but we were drinking. So, you could make a lot of weird pacts for drinking. Now we're going to go drive down this summer and go get tattooed by Jackie.
You are going to do, okay, because I was saying,
do it.
I was telling people that you were going to do it, and I told Jackie that you were
going to do it.
have to do it.
I was just,
have to
I
get
watched
ready.
the interview the other day, and I was like, I gotta go get tattooed.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do.
Don't involve me.
Don't count me in.
We all do it at the same time. Like, Rich, whenever you guys do it, I will make sure that I do it because I'm only 7 hours away from that spot.
Yeah, I don't know how far I am, but I got a Cadillac.
It's gonna cost them with a Cadillac just to go. What's with all the gas?
Yeah, Randy's in the room. He said hell yes. Yeah, me and Randy are gonna go. We're gonna take a trip.
All right, make it. I'll drive the van down. Would you guys go camping?
Nope.
No,
I don't
Absolutely
camp.
not. Randy is from Flatbush. I am from Ozone Park. We are not fucking going camping. We're staying in 5-star goddamn hotels. That's it. No question. Fuck camping.
One day, I'm gonna get you guys to go camping. One day.
No.
I think camping is one of the weirdest things that I just bought a camper. That's one of the things. I bought a camper on a campground, but it's like indoors to me. I'm not sitting in a fucking tent. Like
then
with like
outside. What are you doing there then?
Listen, I could go camping right now on Soho and fucking on Lafayette and fucking Houston. There's a woman there who's camping for like 3 months now.
Stab you. It's a little different.
It's the same thing. There's gonna be critters walking up to you. There's gonna be like weirdos in the woods.
No, I made a promise to myself. I'll never stay somewhere that's not as nice as where I live. And the woods is not as nice as where I live. We have evolved from camping like
No.
I ain't down with it.
The people here in Texas, they camp so much that they thought that when they came, like if they visited New York, they could camp in like Central Park. They were like, oh, you could do like urban camping. I was like, that's just being homeless. You could. You'll die. It's not the
There's
same.
campgrounds in Brooklyn, believe it or not.
Shut
Is
the
there?
fuck up.
Yeah, you could go to Floyd Bennett Field. It's a campground.
It must be terrible.
Oh, it's right on the water. It's freezing even in the summer.
That doesn't sound like it's good at all.
I'm an urban
Yeah.
camper. When my wife kicks me out, that's when I'm gonna become an urban camper.
Oh my
Okay.
god. So, all right. You're tattooing out of the house. You finally get that tattoo that someone sees. Fucking come into the shop. You start building your clientele. When did it get to the point where you started to hit that stride where you got really creative? Because a lot of your early work, I remember it being like this obvious love of comics and cartoons merged with tattoos, and you came out with that huge pork chop sheet of all those like
The
kid
Wu-Tang,
boxers
yeah.
with all the wild faces. And then the next thing I knew, every kid in town was asking for that or the fucking Wu-Tang symbol with some weird shit in it. And I was like, where are you all getting this idea from? And then it was all coming from you.
So my biggest inspiration in the tattoo business, and the person I owe like my entire career to, is Phil Luck. Phil was the king of parodies. He when we first started, he had like this the Fighting Irish sheet where like
Yeah.
it had like the different Fighting Irish. I can't pretend like I parody shit on my own. Like he had the QP set, you know what I'm saying? Like so I looked up to Phil hardcore. Like believe it or not, I've known Phil since I was like 15 years old because I grew up with his brother Pete. And so he's always been my idol. And like I tried to apprentice off of him, but I couldn't afford going to the Bronx every day because of those fucking tolls. And let's face it, who wants to go to the Bronx? But Phil has always been my inspiration. So, and he's always he's always been the guy. He goes, when you figure something out, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. And that's what I did. I just like I love parodying shit. You know, that's my favorite thing.
You left a huge impression with that.
Yeah.
And I saw that Simpsons back piece that you painted. Like,
Yeah.
someone is fucking getting that.
Yeah, I just finished it tonight. I did.
Oh,
Tonight was the last session. I actually finished it 2 weeks ago, but today was like the touch-up session because, I got to create some pretty big scabs. You know, if you don't, it's not in there.
Yeah, I have that same issue too. Like, I'll lay in because I do a lot of big fields of black, and
Yeah.
like after it's over, I tell people like, I don't mean to spook you or anything, but like we're gonna have to do that again.
Yeah.
It won't be as hard. It'll be a little faster, but like it's gonna be a little weird.
I only do
But
two
that's the
tattoos
truth.
this big. This big. That's the only ones I do.
That's what I want to do. I just
That's
want
not
to
true.
do
You
this
can
all the
bend
time.
pieces.
Like if I
Yeah.
do a back piece, I want to take this and make it big. That's all I want to do. Like,
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not into like the super high graphic, tiny detail, like a grimy style fucking back piece. That would freak me the fuck out. And you get bored with it after a while. Like
I just
after the
tell
third
people
or
like
fourth session,
they're like, oh, I want a back piece. I'm like, well, just pick out one of these and let's blow it up 400%.
blowing it up. 800%. Look at that.
Now, getting back real quick to something that Pon said, which big shout out to Phil. I also Phil did. Rob Freud was one of my mentors, and Phil had done his back, so it was like a tattoo that was like I really like. Like Rob and Dave, they were doing like more on like the Malone style, like Hardy style, traditional. More 70s, 80s, 90s, where Phil was kind of coming at it from like the 50s and 60s, like that real old school stuff. He did a beautiful, people call it the, what the fuck is it called? The Battle Royale, Battle Royal, whatever you want to say. On
On
Rob's
Sally.
back.
Oh, on Rob's back. He did one on Sally
Rob's
as
back,
well.
yeah. You call it the Battle Royal or the Battle Royale?
I call it Battle Royale.
Royale.
Yeah. Royale,
Who is
right?
saying
Right.
royal?
It's like pinky out, like Battle Royale.
Yeah.
So,
This is big time Tarantino stuff. Royale.
but I always found Phil's humor in his tattoos. I like the humor that he put into his flash. I always like it. I definitely was drawn to that too. I mean, I don't do that, but like I always found like the way he did certain stuff, like when he would write something in the banner that kind of like caught your eye, like that stuff is important. Like, and he really did capture that in his flash. Just a shout out to Phil.
Oh,
Yeah, big
he's
shout out
my hero.
to
So
Phil.
I still talk to him every day, every other day. I can't go, without talking to him. So
Yeah, that's important. That's super important.
what's funny is that's how I met Rich. Was I
Wait a
went to
second.
go.
Wait. Stop. Do you have a fucking bird?
I have two birds. They're my shop pets.
Okay.
They don't shut the fuck up.
Continue.
So I met Rich because Phil was telling me I had to go get a Rob Food machine. Go get a Rob Food machine. And when I went over there, me and Rob Food pulled a prank on Phil. I don't know if you remember this, Rich. I was called Rob called up Phil and was like, "Who is this kid? He came here with $100, saying he wanted a machine that you'd be good for it. Blah blah. What are you sending me, Phil?" And Phil was so embarrassed. He called me right away. Goes, "Meatball, what are you doing? What are you doing to me?" Like,
That's I don't recall that exactly, but it sounds like the antics of this shop, especially with
Yeah, that's important to also note. Like, that doesn't go down at the shop that I'm at now, but the antics that would go down in Queens on the fucking telephone, like the walk-ins that were the questions that were missed because these shops are calling each other and Angelo's calling Pete and Kubo's and weird shit's going, all this stuff. Like, that's such a interesting dynamic between tattoo shops, is this like
there's no more
hardcore
camaraderie.
ball busting that goes on.
There's no more tattoo shop camaraderie. I feel like none of these new shops will call each other or hang out with each other. I feel like back in the day, we had 2 to 3 guys in the shop at most, very most, and we all knew each other and be calling. You believe this fucking guy?
Yeah.
Anthony Angelo. It's all the same.
You did such a good Angelo voice.
Sharky. I tell everybody all the time, you gotta go get tattooed by Sharky. She's in Texas. Tattoos like a man.
Oh my god, it's fucking amazing.
I spent years perfecting that.
But there is definitely like a certain amount of insane ball breaking that goes on in New York City tattooing that I don't know. I talk to my friends that are outside of New York City. It doesn't really say, like we're constantly. I mean, I'm in a group text with a bunch of those dudes, and it's savage.
Well, Sharky brought it up before. I was on that stupid TV show, and my mouth got me in a lot of trouble on that show. I was just like a New York City. People mistook my thing for like my shit talking for something else. It was like my season was I know we're not going to talk about the tattoo show. I don't like
no we are
it.
We fucking are. You're just skipping ahead. I'm gonna go right back to the beginning.
All right, but my season was men versus women, and we were going against each other. So there was scenes where I would just shit talk the women, and they mistook it as sexist when it was just it was literally just shit. It was just shit talking,
Yeah, that's hard. That's hard. I mean, it gets me in trouble as well out here, in all seriousness. And I'll be nobody reads the sarcasm. They're not picking up on the nuances like we do, where we know one another. We know we're good people. So the thing that came out of your mouth must be a joke.
Oh,
I'm just waiting
to be canceled any day now for my mouth. Any day now. # cancel Pon.
Me too. It'll be all right.
I mean,
we're gonna circle back.
I'm full disclosure. I'm not trying to be a cool guy or anything like that, but I have never ever watched an episode of that of that show. But I will say that it seems to me that a lot of these TV shows, no matter what, because I know people that have done other type of TV shows, they're intentionally creating drama. So they're gonna get what you say so even if you're saying some long sentence and you say 3 words that make it sound like you're shitty, they're gonna edit that to make you sound like you're extra shitty. You know what I mean? That's what it seems like to me.
Well, that's 1,000% what happened to me. I'll give you for instance, the first 10 minutes of the show, there's a scene where we have this one guy on my team who's an Adonis. This dude is built like a fucking god, and he's flexing his muscles as a joke. So I go over him with my dad bod and I start flexing, and the girls pipe up and they go, "Hey guys, I hope those muscles help you tattoo better." And I was like, "Hey girls, you want to come help me clean my station? You're probably better at that than tattooing." On television, they cut out everything.
Oh, I just played that.
Right.
And
you sound like a fucking abusive 50s sitcom guy.
Bro, it was like they edited it to look like pure silence. The girls were just intently working, and then it's just me coming out of nowhere and be like, "Why don't you come help me?" And it's I got death threats for that. That was like one of the worst things that happened on that show.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
go ahead.
honestly, I mean that pulls me into the next set of questions because I have some questions about this, but I was going to ask if there's like a gag order, like are you not allowed to talk about shit?
Oh,
Or you
it's
can
over.
ask
It's
anything?
it's over. It's over. I can talk about
It's
whatever I want.
wonderful. So you're in Queens, you're killing it. I don't recall you really leaving Queens either. I don't remember you being like a big, like, I want to travel and do guest spots everywhere. I remember you just kind of holding it down at home. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I do. I like to do conventions a couple times a year. Before that, like just like to get the fuck out of New York. I mean, we've done the conventions at the same time, so.
But so now I'm assuming they emailed you, right? And asked you to do this show.
So what happened was I have like a long track record with Inkmaster. I keep giving you guys long answers. I'm sorry, but
That's fine.
I was supposed to be on season 2. I had filled the contract out, and then 2 weeks before I was supposed to be shipped out, they sent me an email saying that we decided to go in a different direction. They gave me this whole long-winded thing, and then like over the years they've tried to get me on several different seasons with my boy Tom Haley. I've tried they've tried to get me on like 3 or 4 times and just never worked out. So I finally gave up altogether, and then one day I just got a phone call and they're like, "Listen, we got this season that we think you're going to be perfect for. We want to get you. What can we do?" So I there's a thing that like you'll hear from a lot of people like when Inkmaster season is around, like a lot of the people will be like, "Oh, the first thing you always hear is, "Oh, they contacted me, but I turned them down." No, you didn't. Let's no, you didn't.
But I did.
But listen, it's always like people always swear that they were gonna be on the show. You're not on the show until they get like for every one person they need, they call 12 people.
Right.
So you're not officially gonna be on the show until you do the psychological exam.
Stop.
So
What the
you're
fuck are you
basically,
talking about?
when people say to turn it down, they're really turning down the mass emails that they send to
Exactly.
tattooers and say like, they're putting out their feelers. That's really what we're turning down.
I get the same 5 things every time like someone tells me about the show. They're like, I was gonna be on the show, but I told them that I wouldn't play ball. I'm like, okay. And it's like, oh, I they contacted me for the show, but I turned them down. I was like, you got the email too. It's like I'm not saying that everyone doesn't like get a chance to be on the show. It's just like I get the same 5 things where like I'm like, that's great. Like like it doesn't make you any different to me.
But I did not know there was a psychological test.
Oh,
You
yeah.
need to tell us about this.
So you guys can attest being fucking New Yorkers. Like think about what people in New York will do for $20. Like they will kill their grandmother for $20. Think about if there's 100,000 on the line. Like people will suffocate each other in their sleep. So they want to make sure that you're just enough crazy, but not too crazy where you're a liability. Because think about it, if it's between us 3 and there's 100,000 on the line, I might put a pillow over your face and say, I don't know what happened. Stop breathing in and sleep.
Yeah, and they have to make sure. I mean, there's liabilities involved. Like you got to make sure. Like I know tattooers that'll fucking, that are thumpers. You know what I mean? Like if you got a dude that's got a fucking temper and it's like it's gonna go quick to fucking throwing fists.
And it's over a fucking $60 walk-in. So
yeah.
I mean,
Are you kidding me? How many times have we fought over the music on the radio?
Every day.
Jesus Christ!
Not me.
Well, you're the boss.
Yeah, like because you're controlling it.
I got shot and con on and ain't nobody saying shit.
Yeah, I might not disagree with you either. Fucking iron fist.
But yeah, it was definitely an interesting process to get on the show.
So you go through the process. They Iron Man you. You're taking a physical test. You're doing all this shit. I don't know where any of that stuff is filmed, but you have to travel? Do you have to live out there? Is this done like week by week? How do they do it?
Well, the way it works is they sequester you into. It's kind of like you're like
jury duty.
Yeah, like jury duty. Like you're sequestered. The shortest it could be is 2 weeks to 1 week to 9 weeks. And
that's a big difference.
Yeah. Well, 1 week. Well, you have to remember, like when people go back to the other thing, when people say, "Oh, they wanted me for the show," you have to remember they have filler on the show too. Like there's people who they know gonna suck and are gonna just get kicked off. Because
Yeah.
like, if you have 18 great tattooers in a room, it's going to be disappointing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know it sounds like that's what we'd want to see, but like, it's
They're
TV.
creating drama. They're creating drama on
Yeah.
purpose. You know what I mean? They want to
We've
have somebody that's going to
resurrected
shame.
Greg Irons, and he's gonna go toe to toe. Like it
Yes.
would be impossible.
Um, it's a bit like they fuck with your mind. Like you're sequestered. Like the windows are blacked out. You don't get from like 8 a.m. to like 10 p.m. You don't get your cell phone. There's no contact with your family. You don't get to go home. You don't get to see them. There's no TV. There's no radio. Like it's a
This is
situation.
some like prison level mental mind
Oh
fuck.
yeah,
Well,
it's just
it
you and
makes
the
perfect
people.
sense. Makes perfect sense because they psychologically they're getting people ready to fucking, you know, have drama with each other. You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah,
If you put,
because
I mean, they
if
have
you don't
shows
have
that
the,
are just.
I'm sorry, Rich. I don't mean to cut you off. I apologize,
You know what
bro.
I'm saying? They got shows that are just that. It's just like put
No,
a bunch
yeah.
of people in a house.
So if you don't have like your wife to vent to, your boyfriend to vent to, and you just dealing with this jerk off from fucking Detroit all fucking day, and like now the camera's on you, and he's gonna come off smart with his mouth, shit's gonna pop off. That's what they want. They want you to like live with these people. Like think about when you have a job and a fucking like a thing to do, and you still have a fucking roommate. You want to fucking strangle your fucking roommate. Now think
Every
about when
time.
you have no escape from your fucking roommate. You're gonna strangle someone for real. Like you know what I'm saying? So that's how that is.
Has been done. I have kicked people out of my living residence for less. So
Oh.
yes, I get it.
Well, I kept saying I was sorry, okay? Jesus Christ.
It sounds terrible. This sounds terrible.
It was honestly the best, worst experience of my life.
Learning, I'm sure, yeah.
It
And
was
I mean, the
fun.
amount of exposure, I mean, you can't even put a price on that, you know? Like
Well,
that,
believe it or not, you get paid nothing. You get paid $250 a week to be on the show. So
yikes.
there's people who think that they're gonna get rich off the show. It's about what comes after the show. I literally tell people all the time, I have no problem selling out. I don't give a fuck. It's me and my family versus the world. That's what I look at it. You know, I put in a lot into the tattoo business, and you know, sometimes it feels like we don't get out enough. Like, you know, I mean, sometimes I feel like that. You know, and listen, it's not anyone's problem. It's my problem. You know what I'm saying? So, when they gave me the opportunity, I was like, fuck it. You know what? What am I gonna do? You know what I was sick and tired of hearing. If to be completely honest, it's like I hated hearing people say, "Oh, it's not like they're gonna put a real tattooer on that show," or "There's never ever a real tattoo." It's like, bitch, please,
I've
what the
never
fuck?
even heard anybody say that
Yeah,
bullshit.
you
That's
hear it all the
crazy.
time. It's like, oh, you know, like all, especially like old timers, like you know, like, oh, they're never really gonna put a real New York tattooer on the show. I'm like, well, fuck me, right? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I'll just go
that's a
fuck
big
myself.
insult.
I mean, like I said, I don't know much about it, but I'd say this, and this is how I've always lived my life. Like, people got to do that. You know what I mean? You got to do you. Like, I'm never counting somebody else's money. If that's, you know what I mean? Like, if that's somebody's path, that's, who am I to judge? Who is this person? You know, you got to do you. You know what I mean? That's just how it is.
You
You know,
know,
Yeah, I
don't
agree with that.
too
It's,
many
you know,
people, too many people are counting other people's money. Like,
all the
that's
time.
not the place.
But
yeah.
Rich, come on, think about our whole fucking career. How many times have you heard? Don't worry about him. This is just my old school tattooer voice, not just Angelo. But don't worry
Okay.
about him. Don't worry about him. He's making a killing. You know, like, or they came out smelling like everyone in this business is always counting everyone's pockets, but we all have the same bills. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Absolutely.
we're all
I
struggling
mean,
to keep the lights on. Like, you know, and these new tattoo shops hurt us all. You know,
I mean, not to always drop his name, but you know, I learned a lot about the tattoo swagger from Tony P. And Tony P's main
God
thing,
bless.
he would tell you all the time was, "Don't worry about the guy at the block.
Yeah.
Just do
yeah.
what you
I
gotta
mean,
do. Don't worry about the guy at the block." What do you know? Like, you know, fine. If somebody's gonna do something that's, you know, negative, and you know, I'll speak out against it. But you know, somebody's just doing them. You can't count somebody else's money. It's just the wrong thing to do.
it's
I
not even
spent
worth it. It doesn't make it. It doesn't evolve your career to be that involved with someone else's. And I think when you went on TV, just speaking, I can't speak for anybody else, but for me, I just always thought of you as such a sweetheart darling. I was like, they'll chew on him and he'll be different when he comes back. I was very worried about that. And then that didn't happen because you
no.
are very strong minded and strong willed. And you have that traditional tattooing foundation underneath you. Nobody can take that shit away from you. It doesn't matter what you do. And people are always going to talk shit when you do something a little different. But
Well,
it's done. It's over. You got your $500. But also, you get like free convention booths and shit, right?
Yeah. Listen, I didn't
Who's better
do
than you now?
I didn't do it for it to be on television. I mean, that was cool for my kids. My kids, like, they eat that shit up. But I don't pay for my ink now. I don't pay for like tattoo supplies. Not like 75% of my tattoo supplies I don't pay for. I don't pay for booths. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I listen. Let's go. Guy is on here. What up, Guy? And one thing I swore to myself when I went on the show, I swore to myself I was going to stay true to my tattooing roots and like who I was as a tattooer. I didn't change who I was. I tattooed like a fucking man, you know, not you know what I mean. Like I tattooed like a New Yorker on the show. I didn't fucking pull out any like silly tricks I knew that weren't going to last forever on somebody. I tattooed like how I would tattoo at home, and that's what got me as far as I did. I only missed one episode. I was top 5 of the whole. So
It just got weird.
you know,
Right,
I never compromised my. Yeah. So I never compromised my integrity as a tattooer. You know, like, I mean, some people will say going on the show compromised it, but for me, whatever. You know, they're not paying my bills.
They ain't paying bills.
Amen.
I caught shit for being on Tattoo Age. People were talking under their breath, like, "What are you being on TV, tattoo TV?" Like, you know, it's my friends. They wanted to talk about my friends, and then what am I going to say? You know, fuck that. Like
It's
I said, I don't know
inevitable.
nothing about it,
A
but
TV camera is everywhere. If you're good enough at what you do, you're gonna be on fucking TV at some point. Period.
Well, I
But
was going to share with you guys a little bit of news that I got a little bit later, but whenever you're ready for it, let me know.
I'm ready
well,
for it, and I'm
I
letting
think
you
I know
know.
what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about because I was looking at your page today. So yes,
me and a couple of my friends, we were all on different TV shows. Like we're all like old hats at this. We filmed a pilot of our own for our own show, and we did one episode, and COVID really fucked us because we got picked up by a production company, and we had like network meetings, and then COVID hit and it shut down everything. Like because it was like 2 weeks before. So now we're kickstartering it. We're going to do it on our own, and we're just going to see what we can do there. But it's a really cool show. It's like tattooing is the base of the show, but that's not what it's about. So
That sounds really fucking cool, man. Congratulations.
yeah,
Wait,
I hope I
will
have all
there
my
be
friends.
puppets?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, I'm in.
You see
Thank
little
you.
Toxic Avenger over there?
I
Like,
see you got that. There's a little baby Yoda. For the listeners at home, you're really fucking missing out because there are some beautiful, like, I mean, these puppets are mint.
I'll show you these guys. I'll give you a little tour. How do I turn this around? There's Toxie.
Oh, you have a fucking Toxic Avenger?
I made them.
You
you
made
made
them?
them?
Yeah, I made all these puppets. Those are mine. And this is
Can
my
I
Baby Yoda
commission
collection.
a puppet?
Yeah, eventually, like once I get a little bit of time.
Okay. Whoa!
This
You
is
got
my nerd
that's
heaven.
every fucking baby Yoda. Wait, hold on. Rich Fire, are you into The Mandalorian?
Bro, I'm full disclosure. I am not a nerd at all.
You might have to sit this one out. We need to talk about The Mandalorian.
You might want to kick me out the room.
You know what's funny? I used to have my own podcast back in the day, and Rich would always say, "I love the podcast, but when you guys start talking about comic books, I signed the fuck out."
That is true.
Well, I can say that we are heavy into The Mandalorian over here.
I
So much
watched
that
it.
we
I
have
watched it.
Mandalorian bingo. We put money on this shit. We are serious about the child.
I built
What
this.
do you
This is what I'm building right now.
look
So.
at your Is that fucking? Did you make that?
Yeah, I 3D printed it, and now I'm fucking.
Holy shit! We got a guy in our town named Dave who's like one of those dudes with like a Star Trooper number and shit, and shows up and does shit at children's hospitals. Like, you guys be best friends.
I'm a fucking nerd.
Oh my god, I love tattoo nerds. I think I have never gotten tattooed by you, Pan. I think that the next time that I see you, when your book's open again, you're gonna
they're
have
always
to
open
do.
for you guys. Don't worry about that.
You're gonna have to do like a boxer baby Yoda.
There you go.
If it hasn't happened already.
Have you seen I did shoot a Baby Yoda Flash. No, you never seen it?
I've never seen it.
It's right here.
Folks,
I
if
am a
you're in this
baseball
live, you need to go see Pon. Not only does he have all the cool shit, but I have never seen a bigger collection of Baby Yoda things. Look at he made it look like a real baby. Look at the eyeballs.
It's Cupid.
It's a Cupid. Pon. I love that.
Now, I'm not a nerd, but I am a baseball nerd. And when I got tattooed by Pond, that's what I got. I got Mr. Met.
You got a Mr.
Mr.
Met.
Met.
Talk
I'm
about
so-
this day, Pon. Were you nervous to tattoo Rich, or were you just like, I don't care?
We know each other from way back.
That doesn't mean anything.
It's still just like up here, you know. I think I might have forgot to put the rubber band. I always do that shit. Whenever I tattoo another tattoo, I forgot to put the rubber bands at first.
I've done that before many times.
I don't know. Now, Pon is a very obviously creative guy. He's showing you all the stuff he made. But what he also made back then, I don't know if he made me. That's how nice of a gentleman this guy is. He went and he got some of the steel from Shea Stadium when they tore down Shea Stadium, and he made me a tattoo machine out of the steel from Shea Stadium.
It's aluminum side, actually. It was aluminum from the outside of Shea Stadium.
Yeah.
And I had to put a yoke on it. So, yeah, it's actually pieces from Shea Stadium.
It's actually built out of Shea Stadium. I have the tattoo machine. That's in my case at home with, like, the good stuff.
Do you have you don't have the Sandy machine, do you? Or is that someone else?
No, I don't have a sanding machine. No, that's the only machine I have.
No, because I remember I made a Sandy machine for your for the Hurricane Sandy relief with parts of actual like rubble from like the Sandy disaster.
Oh, did I
You're
feel like
wowing
some
the
sort of...
fuck out of me right now. Again,
I-
it's like the first time again. Like, that's unreal.
I have a lot of I have a lot of hobbies. I do a lot of things. That's one of the things people make fun of me about the most. I embroider, I sew, I build stuff. I do too much.
Are you an Aquarius?
An Aries. My birthday was last week, 2 weeks ago.
You're the nicest Aries. Okay.
Oh, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm only being nice to you guys here.
Now, let me ask you a question, because I'm the type of dude that's always trying to, create stuff but I mean, different type of shit, but the same type of vibes. You have issues with like anxiety and shit like that?
Terrible.
Is that why
everyone in this room right now has the worst anxiety issues ever?
I think artists in general have anxiety. I had this weird problem where maybe you guys have this problem too, where you're falling asleep and all of a sudden some idea for a project will come in your head and you can't fall asleep because you're afraid that you're gonna forget it.
Yeah.
Or I have to put it down in my notes. I have notes with some of the weirdest shit. I'm half asleep when I write it. So I was actually in Rich. I used to go to therapy right down the block from your shop. I used to come visit you.
I remember you used to come hang out, and then I remember that lady got hit by a car. I'll never forget that day.
Oh my God!
Boulevard?
Oh no! My God!
Wait.
Yo, this was the biggest. No, this was my biggest.
No, on Myrtle Avenue.
No.
Yo, Yo, me and Rich are hanging outside of R&D. I swear to God, I've never sounded like more of a bitch in my life. Rich made fun of me for so long. We're sitting there, we're talking, and we watch an old woman, literally, we watched her get hit. Yeah. She flew in the air. Her head was above the car, and her body was above her head. So she was upside down above the car, and she just hit. And I just made a sound. Rich made fun of me for so long. It was the highest pitch sound.
It was the highest pitch sound I ever heard.
That is such a fucking Queens act, like any main drag.
But
if you haven't seen someone get fucking hit by a car, you haven't been on an app.
But let's just say the lady broke her arm. I checked on her. You know what I mean? I was asking her family and stuff like that because she was a lady from around the way. She was fine. It wasn't like
tough as nails.
She was fine.
Yeah, I mean those streets are narrow, and those old people, they're out doing their daily shopping. They're just trying to go to the 99-cent store and get some bread. She didn't know, clearly.
Bro, I can laugh about it now, knowing she's okay, but my God, I were playing that in my head. I remember it vividly. She was upside down. She did like a somersault on top of the car.
It was fucked up. It was fucked up. For sure.
I've seen them worse. Yeah. Folks, that's just what it's like living in Queens. You're gonna see people get hit by cars, animals get hit by subtrains. That life and death is never far from the front of your nose.
Only in New York will someone get hit by a train, and instead of being like, "Oh shit," someone will be like,
You're making me
"Oh,
late, you bitch."
you're fucking up my day."
I fucking hated it because they're always like, due to an incident, the train will be delayed for 15 minutes. And you're like, someone just
This
killed themselves.
motherfucker.
Like, what the fuck? You have no reception. You can't tell anybody you're late for your appointment.
This
I hate
motherfucker.
trains.
Yeah. Oh
There's
my
no
god.
trains in Texas.
No,
Cheers.
I haven't
No
been on a train.
underground
I haven't been on a
stations.
train in well over a decade. I don't know
I
what
went
it
on
is.
a train. I went on a train once in the last like 5 years, and it was the worst
But
experience
you
ever.
work in Manhattan now, right?
Yeah, I drive. I have the luxury of working for sanitation, so I just park in a sanitation garage and just walk to work.
Brilliant.
Okay, good.
Fucking brilliant. Rich, you're what? Lori just wrote people fighting with machetes on the corner.
That's a real thing.
I know.
Oh yeah, that's always. Yo, the
Man.
worst thing my wife ever got was that fucking app. She got that app now that tells you what's
Citizen,
going on. Well,
bro,
Citizen.
Citizen,
Like a
that
next
shit gives
door
me
app.
anxiety.
Shit will go off, and she's just like, "There's somebody naked on 109th Street." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
There's a
the
naked
New
man
York,
with a machete on 109th Street.
the New York, like New York is the worst demographic for that app because it's like it just
Yeah,
goes
that
off. It
seems
just drains my
really
phone.
fucked up. Oh
Yeah.
my
It,
god.
it just
Yeah, it's
drains the
not so
fuck out
bad
of the
in
phone.
Texas. Oh my
Yeah, in
god.
Texas, it's like, yeah, you have steer blocking the roadway.
Shut up, Vaughn! Yes! No, people will be like, whose cows are these? And it'll just be like 3 cows on a road. Someone's like, those are
Yo,
mine.
Sharky, I don't know how you live that life though. I mean, I know you
I was
pretty
thinking
well.
the same thing.
Because I work in the bar district.
All right.
Listen, Rich, I don't know how you are, but everyone always asks me, like, when you can move to Long Island? Are you going to move upstate? I was like, I need to look out my window and see people walking down the street at like 2 a.m. I
No,
need to be able to walk to the
100%.
bodega. I
no,
need to hear the traffic. I need to hear
no.
traffic, honestly.
Those days are over. I don't want to hear that shit anymore. I'm not interested in it. If I hear something outside of my house where I live, I fucking get my gun. That's how removed I am from all that bullshit. And I spend enough time on the road that I have the opportunity to go back and feel that, and then I can get the fuck out of there. But I can't live like that anymore. I'm almost 40 years old. I can't do it anymore.
Bitch, I just turned
I'm
40 last week.
45 years old.
You
And
do,
I love that.
motherfucker. Happy birthday. Damn, we look good for our ages, by the way.
You know what it is?
When's
Black
your
don't
birthday?
crack. Huh?
When's your birthday?
April 5th,
You was just how old did you turn?
40.
Oh shit! So I'm the old ass man in the fucking group.
You don't look older than 32.
Yeah. Tell my fucking back.
Sharky, the reason we look so young is because Black don't crack. I'm Sicilian, so.
Exactly. See? They wish they had the genetics.
I listen, I love it.
Look at you. It's the cheeks. There they are.
Yeah. Look, I got these crow's feet though. Look, I got to get Botox. I think.
Nobody sees men crow's feet.
Come on, bro.
I'm offended right now.
I feel like not Matt Damon. What was the dude who played Dylan on 90210?
Oh, isn't he dead now? He's dead now.
Yeah, but like on 90210, that dude smiled and had crow's feet. I was like, he's supposed to be 16, bro.
The lies we were fucking fed about who were teenagers. You ever watch Grease and just go like, yeah, those are all 50-year-olds. Like, I'm shocked not that you're pregnant because you're in high school. I'm shocked that you're pregnant because you're old. Like those fucking, the world was so strange.
That
So
whole
strange.
movie is like just like a date rape movie. Like if you listen to
It is, and I'm such a big fan of it. But when you break it down, it's like, man, Kaneki was really fucked up. Like,
tell me
Yo,
more. Tell me.
All that shit. Like you watch all this shit. Like now, like you watch shit through 2021 eyes. Like shit was fucked up. We were watching.
yeah,
Bro,
I watch Alice. It's like, why? Why?
I watch a movie from 2 years ago. I'm like, everyone's too close to each other. Why are they so close to each other? Why are they not wearing masks?
Oh yeah, well you get that. But I'm saying just like watch Revenge of the Nerds. It's like a fucked up movie. Like
that movie.
And like
Fuck
16 Candles.
movie.
16 Candles. There's like like all these John Hughes movies. It's like you watch it through a 2021 lens. It's fucked up. They do some fucked up shit.
I
And the
knew in the
worst part is we're
80s
being
that shit
trained.
was fucked up.
We're being trained to watch everything through 2021 lenses. Like I'll watch I'm a big Friends nerd. I like the TV show Friends, and I'll watch that shit. I'm like, oh, he's about to catch a case.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Joey's about to date rape this bitch.
Yeah. It's bad. It's fucked up. It's hard to navigate these spaces with movies, and especially people like us that are all like really into pop culture. We've kind of trained our lives around pop culture, but it's like I can't talk to people about Jay and Silent Bob or Kevin. Nobody wants to hear that shit. They're just like, that's fucking like these kids are not. Oh, shut up! You are like the ultimate fucking nerd.
And you guys go into a whole round.
You're like a baby Joe Campabianco and Kevin Smith in one.
Bro, I used to get Kevin Smith like people were like, Kevin? I'm like, no, not Kevin. I'm not cool.
Did you ever sign an autograph, Kevin Smith?
No, I had signed autograph with Pond though. That's embarrassing.
Fair. Oh, so people are quoting it. $15, little man. That's right.
Put that shit in my hand.
In my hand.
The funny part is, like,
we're
I've
opening
been
up some gates. Let's not open these gates.
I've been straight edge my whole life, but I just love pot humor. I don't know why.
Because it's great. Because it's beautiful.
You've been straight edge your whole life?
I never smoked, drank, or did a drug in my life. Not once.
That's hard.
What?
Yeah. I know, really? It's weird. I'm just naturally this stupid.
This is what I'm talking about. This is why I was so afraid for you to go on reality TV. I just knew you were a nice guy. Like that's really commendable because you have gone through the fire and the brimstone and you seem to have just this amazing demeanor still. You've got great kids. Your wife is super fucking, she's probably one of the coolest chicks I've ever met. Like,
yeah, what's going on? No, I think drive me to drink all the time. I think about it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I just have like this shot of whiskey, always just sitting there, like you know, I'm like one of these days.
In case the world ends.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
If the world's gonna end, I'm just gonna snort coke and do just like start doing heroin or some shit. Like you got 5 minutes to live.
Correct. Yes, do that.
I'm a Rick the Life.
This has been awesome. So we have officially reached we've actually talked for an hour, which is what I thought would happen with us in the room together. So we're going to kind of scroll through now. These comment sections are probably outrageous, but we're going to try and read any questions that have come from the audience. If you guys have questions now for Pon, or you would like to talk about Baby Yoda, The Mandalorian, and the upcoming season of The Mandalorian, which will be shifting gears away from the child, please feel free to put those in the comment section.
By the way, I just wanted to shout out Mike Attack. I fucking missed that dude, man.
And we must shout out Mike Attack. We'll be doing a show with Mike Attack. He'll be on here.
Let's do it. I'll do a 4-way with Mike Attack. I'll be the computer.
All right, let's go like through one of these questions because I was actually thinking about asking you this. Let me move this around a little bit.
I see one too, Rich, so go ahead.
Why did you choose to go the private studio route instead of continuing to work in a street shop? Like, I really want let's touch on that because I think that's where a lot of stuff is going right now. I mean, I have a private studio actually inside my tattoo shop now.
I could give you the fake answer or like the really deep real answer, which is like
we want the really deep real answer because there's no timeline on this.
Okay, so I'm gonna be 100% honest. So I was involved in a terrible accident at work. I work for sanitation. I was involved in a really, really bad accident, and that it kept me out of work for a year. I wasn't allowed to go to work for a year, and when you're out sick with sanitation, you're not allowed to leave the house. Like you're actually under house arrest. So I did it at first out of necessity, and I'll be 100% honest with you. I think about leaving this private studio all the time. Because I miss being around people. I actually suffer from such terrible anxiety that every time a customer comes to my private studio, I have to sell my studio. I'm like, listen, it's a real shop, or I'm sorry if it's a mess. And people are always like, no, it's great. Like people tell me how much. I even opened up a shop in the middle of having the private. I had the private studio, and then I opened up a shop with Gallo in Astoria that I was there for 2 years, and then I came back to the private studio just because it was easier. Like honestly, as much as I miss tattoo artists, I can't stand tattoo artists. You know.
Yeah.
So that was the real deep answer was like out of necessity because I went through some shit in my life, but I keep it now because it's easier.
You know what I think is going to happen because there are so many private studios opening up? I think that so many private studios are going to open up, especially via COVID, that all these tattooers are going to get to the same point where you are, where they're unable to, whether it's financially or mentally, to stay in that situation. And we're going to have super mega tattoo shops.
Well, that's
I
what's
think we're going to
happening
have
now
like
in New
heavy
York.
hitters get together in groups of 5 and 6 and make big tattoo shops again. Like in the next 10 years, you heard it here right now, motherfuckers. In 10 years, I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen.
Forget about 10 years, 10 days. It happens all the time. Like you have all these shops, like Rich could probably attest to it. Like how many times you hear like a shop is doing really well, and all of a sudden like every one of their workers left and opened up a private conglomerate shop. Like everyone's doing like the whole like we open shop together, kind of like the whole Smith Street vibe, where it's like it's a street shop, but it's like kind of like a private street shop. It's like my business is my business, your business is your business, and it just
Yeah,
runs like that, you know.
collective,
A
collective.
Yeah.
collective. It's
That's
easier to
that's
split the bill 4 ways, you know.
Yep.
that's where it's going. And like
Yep.
my shop right now, we just rented next door,
Oh,
so
congratulations.
we doubled our space, and next door is pretty much a lot of like this private studio space. You know what I mean? Like so, it's like I have my street shop that's still R&D. It's been what it's always been. It's still you can still walk in and get a tattoo. I mean, you know, with COVID, it's a little weirder, but it's still a street shop on my side. And then the other side, like Akira has his private studio inside the same building that houses my shop. And it's like, I kind of just wanted to dip my toe in that world
I didn't know
also.
that's where
Because,
Akira went. I know he had left that other shop. I didn't know he went over there.
yeah, he's got a private studio inside the same
Oh
building.
man, I love that. That dude is one of the most respectable people I've ever met in my life. He was such a nice dude.
Guys, good dude.
What a darling. He'll be on too.
Yeah, we're going to get him on soon. But yeah, so like, I think that's where tattooing is going because of as long as Instagram holds up. You know what I mean? Because you don't know. The problem is 10 years ago when people would open up private studios is that they would get to a certain point where they'd have this big clientele. They'd be able to tattoo all their clientele, but they wouldn't get a lot of new clientele because
Exactly.
they didn't have people walking in. But now with Instagram, you could advertise yourself, so I think that's why it's moving towards private studios. And I think at some point you'll have, like you said, these super shops. I have 9 people that work here. So it's like either, these giant shops where it's all these, these huge crowds, or the private studio, the one man, old Calcutta style, like the one guy who has his door open and just takes walk-ins, done, gone, never gonna
Yeah.
happen again.
Yeah. It's hard.
I think also what happened was tattooing became so legitimized that like a lot of tattooers just can't stand that. Like, listen, you can't tell someone to go fuck themselves without getting a bad Yelp review, which could ruin your whole business.
Absolutely.
So like, I
Even
think a
when you're
lot
not
of
telling them to fuck themselves, even if you're just saying no to their requests.
yeah. So I think what happened is we got so legitimized that like a lot of people like are sick and tired of Uncle Sam putting their hands in our pockets. I think like I'm not saying me, I pay my taxes, but like but like there's like a lot of things like like it's just there's just a lot going on in the world. Like I think between like you said Instagram and like Yelp and fucking Uncle Sam, like I think people just got tired of like where the tattoo business went. Like everyone thought it was a great idea, and I was one of those people. I was like, let's like I bet like, I know you would like to buy a house, like like it feels great, not having to be on your wife's fucking like what's called being on her fucking credit score, having your own credit score. Those things are great, but they come at a cost. So
Yeah, I'm swimming in that pool right fucking now because for the longest time, would just date guys who were like straight laced and had city jobs. And I'm like, I make so much money. Like, I'll just kind of like hang underneath your umbrella. No big deal. But I've been single for 3 years. I'm like, well, now fucking, now what? Like, there's a light shining on me as a tattooer. And you just got to be like, I'm a hooker. Like anything. I'd rather tell you that than that I'm a fucking tattooer.
sex work is work, right?
It is work, but they're still asking for fucking taxes. They still want to kick back on that.
I think New York City is a fool by not fucking legitimizing prostitution. Do you know how much income you could have
It would be I have no idea. I don't know why it's not like that nationwide. To be honest with you, like I don't fucking understand.
Puritans, plain and simple.
Well, we got weed now.
Yeah, I
And
know.
that's a start. That's 1 foot in the door. Actually,
You guys
right.
got weed. I don't. I'm still federally licensed, so I'm not allowed to smoke still.
Federally licensed for what?
CDL license. CDL license is federal, so you still can't.
Whoa! I did not know that. Ew.
Well, I don't really smoke weed much anymore, but maybe I'll smoke weed tomorrow because it's 420 on the in New York City.
Tomorrow 420.
When New York City is legal weed. Where's Randy at? Is Randy still in the room? Randy, bring some weed by.
Tomorrow is
going
gonna
to
blow up.
But I'll take an edible tomorrow for sure. I'll take 2 edibles, 1 for me, 1 for Pon.
So here's funny stories. Like I am straight edge. I said that before, but I am dying to do edibles because everyone's like, that'll fucking cure your anxiety so much. Just take a gummy bear. I'm like I could eat a fucking gummy bear. Does that make me not straight edge?
Wrong. No, that's not 100% true. It's 50-50.
Nah.
It'll either cure your anxiety or push it deeper into the realm of hell. You're either going to have the greatest experience of your life or you're going to want to kill. You're just going to want. No, I don't agree with that. Do not.
So
Yeah,
I have an addictive, extremely addictive personality. Like you saw my collection of Baby Yodas. Like I knew from a very young age that I could not do any of that stuff because I'm not the guy who could just smoke weed. I would be fucking growing it or making the edibles. So like I think that if I opened up that fucking Pandora's box, I'm going to be fucked.
Yeah, I would advise again. I would rather you just do cocaine than edible.
Cocaine.
You know, I feel like you at least know what your high is going to be like.
Weed
This has
could
been
be
one
funny
of our
with
best interviews yet. Holy
weed
shit.
could be funny with anxiety. Weed could be funny with anxiety.
Yeah.
I started smoking weed again during quarantine or like right before, to try to get to sleep, and it was working real nice for me. And then I caught like a fucking major panic attack, and then I put it away.
I'm getting a panic attack right now thinking of a panic attack. Like, honestly, I'm
fucked. No
up.
gummies for you, sir.
Now you can do mushrooms. Mushrooms might open up your mind a little bit.
Yeah.
Mushrooms make you. Mushrooms really going to give you like anxiety. I mean, I'm the dude on Instagram telling the straight edge dude for his whole life to do drugs.
Yeah, we're like, you know what you should do? Horns out the back of our head.
Yeah. He's telling you to do cocaine.
Listen, I think about like, I'm trying to shut my brain off sometimes. I think like doing things that open me up is fucking up even more. Because now I'm gonna be like, no, I've seen the other dimension. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think I know my limits. I think I'm okay.
Yeah,
Mike Attack is saying LSD. Wrong again. You've gone too far.
I thought Mike was straight edge. I could have sworn.
No more.
No, I think Mike became straight edge.
No, he was straight edge his whole life, and then
he was right.
And then he jumped off.
Yes, he jumped off.
He jumped off.
I mean, I don't know if I'm blowing up his business, but he's not straight.
He's blowing up his own business. You're the one here talking about LSD. That's you.
I was thinking about drinking a 40 for my 40th, like like a 40 on 40, but like I couldn't
that's
do it.
weak, man. No, don't do that. That's just gonna give you diarrhea. You don't need that. And nobody needs that in their fucking life.
I got that all the time anyway.
Oh my God! There's so many people are like LSD, Xanax, peyote.
Let me go get my notepad. I'm learning something right now.
Yeah, how can we turn Pon into a raving maniac who makes puppets in the dark?
Yeah, I already have a tinfoil hat. I don't need anything else.
Pon, this has been like a legit fucking pleasure. It's been an hour and a half, and it feels like 10 minutes. What would you like to leave the people with? What would you like to tell the people?
I got 2 things. First, don't be a dick. It's actually so much easier to be a nice person than it is not to be a nice person. I get so angry at how hard people try to be a dick when you could just be nice. Like, keep your mouth shut for 2 seconds. And number 2, I experienced this yesterday. A McFlurry that is not spun is just ice cream with shit on top of it. If you're not spinning your McFlurries, motherfuckers, spin your McFlurries. I get so angry. I will start a fucking full-on fight with a McDonald's motherfucker if they don't spin my McFlurry.
Homie, you need to just be excited that you're getting ice cream from the McDonald's. I can't even tell you the last time I got a McFlurry. You got to go to Sonic around here to get a fucking anything. That's incredible.
There's no Sonic in New York City.
Yeah, the closest Sonic you have. Green Acres Mall is the closest Sonic.
All right, this is the real deal. This is what we really need to hear. You're not like you're straight edge, but you're not like vegan or vegetarian or nothing.
No, I tried. It was there.
Yeah, I did a vegetarian thing for a while too. But so I want to know, since you're from that North Queens, from the South Queens shit, because I can tell you where to get the best pizza because we're from South.
Listen, you don't even have to say. Don't
wait,
finish the
And that's
we're
sentence.
not going off. We're
Listen,
going to talk about
don't-
pizza.
listen.
Yes.
I want to know.
I'm a North Queens guy. I'm a North Queens guy, but I will go the fuck out of my way for some New Park pizza. I ain't even.
Yes!
I'm not even.
Yes,
Rich,
this is
I'm
true.
not even. Rich,
But
I'm not
that's
even.
not what I was asking. That's
Okay.
not what I was asking. Because I know, like, you don't even have to ask. I know that
Yes.
South Queens has pizza on lock. We do. I mean, there's no question about it. But
Absolutely.
North Queens has the food truck shish kebab vibes on
Yeah.
lock. And I want to know, because I go to the one on 30, I go to one in front of the bank. What is it? On Broadway and 31.
Broadway 30. That's called the Souvlaki King.
He's good, but I want to know the real, like, which is the most legit one. If you're from North Queens, like, with the most legit, like, meat on a stick, street meat, where's it at?
So they used to be little carts, and now they've all upgraded. They've become like these
Trucks.
conglomerates now. So it used to be in Jackson Heights on 76th Street and 30th Avenue, but that guy retired this year for the first time, like after 50 years of being on that corner. But I'm not gonna lie to you, Steinway and 31st Avenue or the guy Souvlaki King. Those are the two guys.
Yeah, that's legit. The one by in front of the bank is legit.
Yeah, that it's like actually go down 31st Street up and down, and every single one of those carts you hit is legit. You know.
All right.
I just need to quickly interject. This person who said Gumby's in San Marcos has the best pizza. You are abused. You are a fucking victim. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm really, really sorry. You have to be out of that. I'm sorry.
I have a thing about
the
pizza.
Answer.
I have a thing about pizza. Like sometimes people make fun of me because I want Pizza Hut or Domino's, but I think they're like a totally different food group. It's
different
not,
animal.
It's so I had this little adage that I like to say, pizza is like titties. There's no such thing as bad pizza. You know what I'm saying? There's just fucked up pizza. But like
you would still put it in your mouth.
Everyone loves a titty. Like sometimes you want fake titties. Sometimes you want Pizza Hut, Domino's. You want fake titties. Sometimes you want that classic titty. You know, like pizza is titties. You can't have bad pizza. Just not so good pizza.
I need a shirt that says pizza is titties.
I got you.
I'm going to say this: Domino's and all that, Papa John, all that whatever.
Little Caesars is the best one.
That's junk food. You can eat that.
It is.
And that's okay. That's like eating Chef Boyardee raviolis. That ain't real. That's not real ravioli from Pastosa. But that's delicious. That's delicious if you're in the mood for it.
That's what I'm saying. Like people don't understand that. I'm like, I love me some. I'm like, oh, I feel like Domino's tight. Oh, you're gonna have Domino's? Blah, blah. I'm like, bro. It's a different animal.
Sometimes I just want to spend $20 on 5 large pizzas, a box of fucking, what is it, like brownies they give you, and 2 20-ounce Cokes. It's great.
Now, Rich, I've always wondered this. What's your nationality? What's your background? Like, what do you officially?
Well, I just did 23andMe or whatever, one of those things, and I'm all sorts of crazy shit. I'm like, I'm 100 million different things.
All right, but before that, what would you tell people?
But before that, I never met my dad. So my dad is my biological father, I believe I was always told he was Irish.
Okay.
But I never met him, so I had nothing about Irish culture involved. I was raised by my mom, and early on by my mom and her parents, was my grandparents, and they were very, very Italian.
Okay, so that's what I was gonna ask, because the last name isn't very Italian-esque.
No, it's not Italian.
But you have like hardcore Italian vibes, and being in our business when we came up was all Guineas fucking tattooing. Like think about
Italians
all the
and Jews. Italians
but you get fucking adopted into that culture.
Jews are the Italians. Italians are the Jews of Europe, so it's the same people. But I got to ask you a question, and this determines if I ever do the show again, if I ever get invited again, or if I even call you again. Because forget me being on TV. A cardinal sin is, what do you call sauce or gravy?
Sauce.
All right, we're good people. Okay.
Yeah, what the fuck? Where the fuck do you think you are right now?
Call Angelo Scotto champion and ask him if it's sauce or gravy. He'll go, you know, Pon, it's sauce until you put the meat in it. And I understand that, you know, maybe over there in Queens, they didn't come over there, they didn't raise you guys right. But let me tell you, Pon, it's gravy. Like, we have fights all the time.
It's sauce.
It's never
There's
gravy.
Tommy,
That's not gravy. Is something that comes out of a can, and it's somewhat gray, and you put it on turkey. The sauce, the fucking sauce, is full of gems with peppers and sausage, and you could eat it by itself, or maybe on top of something else. That's the fucking sauce. And anybody who says that, even Angelo. We got to get Angelo on the show. We've been talking about getting Angelo on the show. Even Harry today was like, you guys
I could get him on. I could get him on the show, but then he'll be like, you know, Pon, the rheumatoid arthritis, I couldn't grab the phone and put the button on. You know, Pon, I don't feel well these days, Pon. You know how it is.
He's going to be a tough cookie, but we're going to get him on. We're going to get Ronnie on. There's just...
If both of them have, you know, I'm worried about the technological.
Wi-Fi.
Don't worry about
Ronnie's got to
the
have his daughter there. There has to be someone to help.
Well, here's the problem that you're going to have. Right now, it's 10:30. Angelo is on his 5th dream already. He goes to bed at like 8 o'clock. So that's going to be the hard time. You know, Pon, I've come out there, but, you know, I got to be in bed and, you know.
We'll move it up. We'll move up the time. We don't give a fuck.
Pre-record this bitch.
We don't give a fuck. Damn, this one was so good. I'm so glad it worked.
I'm glad.
A little wary.
I'm glad. Of all 3 of them, this was your favorite.
I have no favorites, but it's just like the more that you're all friends, the faster and the easier it is because we all have a basis of one another. So it's easier to go through the conversation. You know?
I had a blast. I'm gonna get in trouble as soon as I go upstairs because I got home from work and came straight to the basement. So
tell her I said I'm sorry. She doesn't want to hear. She don't give a fuck. But tell her I said I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. Don't worry about it. She knows us all. She knows how it is.
Everybody's just talking about sauce.
Yeah, because
Mike Attack says the butter. Oh, the butter. This is wonderful. Karina says the sauce. Karina fucking knows.
Karina knows.
Oh my god! Why are we doing that?
Yeah,
oh my god!
Okay,
and another hour and a half goes
to
by.
our listeners who are listening to this later, I just need to let you know that Mike Attack has entered the fucking room.
Come on, Mike Attack.
That I have. What's up?
Come on, buddy.
Working on a painting.
Is your
My wife
hair
just said I
just
make great
always
sauce.
gelled
You know
like
it.
that?
Always.
Unbelievable.
Fucking
Regular,
crazy.
fucking slick and ready. Well, Rich, you did this. Now, welcome to the second hour.
I gotta go home and eat some macaroni.
Oh my god.
Mike Attack, let me ask you a question. You're just sitting there painting, watching the thing,
Yeah.
but you look like you were all set up for an Instagram Live.
Yeah, they look
If somebody was like, "Yo, let me join," and like they try to join me, I have no shirt on. I have my fucking bulldog on me. Like
I look the
you're looking
worst.
sharp. Your
Well,
hair's
he had an
combed.
hour and a half to get ready.
Oh,
Literally,
shit.
I had my child on me like 10 minutes ago trying to get her to go to sleep. She's fucking teething again. So
The
it's
puppet
like,
has joined the chat.
it's
Oh,
the
yeah,
fucking
continue.
worst. Don't have kids. Oh, shit.
Yo, Rich, I think
Fine,
that you
know
should
this
lightning
shit, like
round
fucking kids with
Mike
their fucking
Attack.
teeth.
Like,
Oh my god!
ask
I went through it 3 times.
questions.
Ugh.
You do it. You're the
Pause.
host.
This
You're
is
the
how we
host.
should end the show. Because we always just abuse Mike Attack. We should
Okay.
just
Go right ahead. Get in with
Lightning
the fucking
round.
tomato.
lightning
You're
round
the host.
this
You're the host.
motherfucker.
You do the lightning round. You're the host. You're the host of the most, bro.
Ass or titties?
Whoa,
Oh,
whoa.
It's like asking your favorite food. You can't. How can you pick one?
You're on my show, bitch. Ass or
Okay.
titties?
Ass, titties, or pizza?
Oh fuck, all of the above. But it goes titties, then ass, then
Titties
pizza.
and ass. Okay. Martin Scorsese or Quentin Tarantino?
Scorsese.
Okay. East Coast or West Coast?
East Coast. Always.
Good. I would have killed you if you said anything different. Wonderful.
I lived out on the West Coast. I know how it gets out there.
It's terrible.
You ran away
It's
from the
actually
West Coast
terrible
like
to be a
5 minutes.
traditional tattooer. I think. That's fucked.
Exactly.
Pawn, you got a lightning round?
I got it. What's going on? Oh, you want me to give it or answer
I think
it?
I was hoping it would be
We
a
want you to be
three-way
a top.
abuse. He just jumped in here, so
Have I
yeah.
watched what?
Well, I said we want you to be the top. Mike takes the bottom.
Okay, there you go.
Power
bottom.
bottom.
I'm a power top
Power
for
bottom.
sure. Listen, it's not gay if he's sucking. No, I can't even say it.
It's only gay if you enjoy it.
If you make eye contact.
Yeah, exactly. There has to be a football in the room.
Yeah, there you go.
Just film it. That's all that we ask.
Oh, I'm getting text.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of texts too.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're like, whoa,
They're
whoa.
just like, who left the back door open and let this maniac out of his cage?
Oh my god.
No, I'm actually about to wrap it up myself. I got to head back up.
Fair enough. I just
Let's
want to
wrap it up.
hop on.
This
say
is
hi
a
to you
wild
guys.
card. Wild cards are fine.
Of
But
course,
we wanna
I
see everybody.
literally am
I know,
the wild
let's ask a
card.
question.
Wait,
Sorry.
what? Go ahead.
Do we have a
Rich
guest for next week that's in
Rich Fight,
already?
it's supposed to be your turn to pick next week.
I don't have the guest for next week. So next week we'll do all lightning round. I like lightning round.
To the
Lightning
listeners,
round's always
this is
good.
what it's
I always
like
enjoy those.
working with Rich Fight. It's us texting each other, and he's like, well, "What do you want to do for next week?" And I'm like, are you doing it?" And he's like, you pick it." This is what it's like.
I get by on charm alone, Chalky. It's just old
Oh
charm.
my
That's all I
god.
got.
Well, we have, what I can say is that I definitely have 20 people on lock, ready to go. So you have an amazing person coming next week. It'll be wild. It'll be crazy. Welcome to the fucking back room. Thank you so much to our guests of honor, Pod
Guys,
Demand.
Thank you for having me. I love you guys so much.
In the fucking 11th hour, we have Mike and Zach, who will do a full hour with.
I appreciate you guys letting me be a part of this for a quick second.
It is. And to my amazing co-host, he wrangles it in. He does the Googles. He controls the screen. Fucking Rich Fi.
Richie,
Love ya. Good night,
Love you.
folks.
Good night.
Rich, did you see that original sheet, Rich?
Yeah, I saw that fucking shit. It was beautiful.
Oh, I did that. Yeah.
It's an original, Bow.
Whoa.
It's beautiful.
All right, guys.
Those who are listening should watch this later.
Guys, take care.
For sure.
See you guys
Love
later.
you all.
Good
Love you
seeing
too.
you guys.
Later,
Thanks
guys.
for letting me hop on.